Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Where do human rights begin? In small places close to home." That's what the Pride in the Hills Fund is about. Rather than waiting for solutions from Washington or Hartford, Pride in the Hills is a group of volunteers who are making human rights a reality for LGBTQ+ youth here in Northwestern Connecticut. We've started close to home, and that's where we're making a difference.
For more than 55 years, Wheeler has looked at the intersections of issues in healthcare. I think for decades, we have seen healthcare that has essentially disregarded the LGBTQIA+ community.
The Walk With Me program is where we have clinicians as well as peer specialists specifically trained on how to work with the LGBTQIA+ community. We have a lot of clients that come to our facilities as a form of refuge, the only place maybe in their day where they feel comfortable and accepted. We have a pretty high percentage of clients that come to us who come out to their families and unfortunately are told to leave their home. Many of our patients come in looking for not only therapeutic services and medical services, but they're also looking for support. Pride in the Hills has afforded us to be able to continue with a peer support specialist position. That is really someone who's directly connected to the community, who has experienced, what many of our patients have experienced. Our peers are trained in how to write gender-affirming letters, changing their name legally, filling out documents, food stamps, a lot of the basic necessities, how to ensure that the client is able to gain access to housing, teaching them how to apply makeup, going out and purchasing clothes. We have watched several young children flourish and really grow into their own and become comfortable in wearing what they want to treatment, using their chosen name open and proudly. We've had clients who have come in who have not been out to their parents and through therapeutic services became more comfortable with the thought of coming out to a parent. It's just so beautiful. It is to watch a child be able to come out and be their own.
My name's Alex. I go by any pronouns. I graduated from high school in June, and now I attend WestConn for music education. I came out in middle school in 7th grade as transgender. It's an expansion of what most teenagers and young people fear, is just not being included. I applied for the Pride in the Hills Scholarship through my school's guidance department because they had a list of Connecticut Community Foundation scholarships. I remember the day I got my scholarship, I ran to my mom on the porch, and I just remember we got so emotional because that was pretty much the remaining amount of our out-of-pocket costs for my first year in college. Just knowing that my parents, who had worked so hard for me to get to go to college, didn't even have to worry about my first year, was so monumental. It's so much bigger than just the small community you're in. You're helping other people form more communities that queer people can be safe in.
The New Milford Youth Agency is a municipal department of the town of New Milford. We saw the need to bring in additional support, programming for working with youth on the LGBTQI spectrum.
For the past 3 years, we've run a group. It's called LGBTQIA+ Allies. I've seen kids who have come to the group who haven't been out with their families, also haven't really been out sometimes with friends at school. And this group has provided them that security to be able to be their true, authentic selves.
Pride in the Hills has been able to fund, for 3 years now, a billboard on Route 7 here in town that promotes NM Pride.
I've heard students tell me that when they're riding the bus to school in the morning and they pass the billboard, they're on the bus going that's us. Pride Prom started because I was doing therapeutic counseling with a child who was starting to express to me that they didn't feel comfortable going to their high school prom because of their sexual orientation, gender identification. We decided that the New Milford Youth Agency was going to host the first Pride Prom. It was a huge success. It was awesome. It's like magical room you walk into and all of these kids are just so happy and excited to be there. They dance all night long. They're laughing all night long. I've had a few kids say to me that it's been the best night of their entire lives.
I found out about the Quasi Day for Pride in the Hills through my GSA, and it was actually the first Pride event that I've ever been to. I was extremely nervous. I was just like, I don't know what to do. What if I say the wrong thing? But going there, I felt very accepted. because we all had the same experiences and we all had that one thing to relate to. While times are changing and people are more accepting, there are still too many people who are too close-minded who wouldn't like the queer community to exist. So you supporting Pride in the Hills gives a place for queer people to come and to accept each other.
Your money will go very, very far in supporting these families for a long time to come in many, many different ways.
I've had a few different parents tell me that they feel that they have seen their child just kind of like come out of their shell, knowing that they actually have a community that they belong to now.
It's really important because you don't realize the ripple effect it really has. Because now that I was able to get a scholarship and really be supported in school, I get to help create safe spaces just like Pride in the Hills would do for me.